Good morning, everybody. I'm Nikki Stanzione.
And I'm Kristen Van Dyke.
And this is New Mexico style. We love when it's midweek. Midweek means
yes.
we're halfway over the hurl of those
We're getting
early
over the
mornings.
hump.
Over the hump. And I'm dressed a little fall-like today because even though it's still a little bit warm out, but it's starting to feel a little bit more like fall.
It is. You know, honestly, temperatures are really close to where they should be for this time of the year, actually, instead of on the warm side like they were over the weekend. So it was really nice. And, you know, whenever you don't have the sunshine around, when the clouds block the sun, it feels so nice.
And you get that sunrise.
Did you see the rainbow yesterday?
Oh, my gosh. I saw your picture. I did not get to see the rainbow. I looked out my window, I saw some sprinkles, and it was like clouds and sun meeting together.
Yeah. It was the
gorgeous.
most spectacular, beautiful double rainbow across the mountains. I was driving down the road. I had to pull over and take a picture
that
of
picture
it.
I saw
in the rain. I was taking pictures of it because it was so gorgeous.
Are you supposed to make a wish when you see a rainbow? I always wonder.
I don't know.
We're gonna have to look into this. There's got to be some hidden meaning to the rainbow beyond the lucky leprechaun at the end. I don't know. The pot of gold. It's the pot of gold.
You could see where the end of the rainbow was, and that was the coolest thing. And then you could see the mountains behind the colors.
Amazing.
It was really, really
well,
cool.
okay, Kirsten, seeing a rainbow is fabulous, but seeing something else would have made me happier, and someone else did. There was a Marky Mark sighting last night at Sandia Resort and Casino. It's true. Yes, actor Mark Wahlberg was having dinner at Bien Shore. Okay, now you know our good friend Mark Quinones. He's the chef there. Okay, well, our producer Kristen was having dinner there, and she spotted him leaving the dining room. Thanks a lot for getting him on the show, Kristen. Appreciate that. And yes, ladies, he is hotter in person, if that's possible.
Wow,
Dirk Diggler was seen by our producer.
Oh, no way. She should have chased him down.
You know, she has the kind of personality that she could have done this, and she's pretty enough that he would have turned around. She did try it with Lou Diamond Phillips. It kind of worked, but I don't know. She hasn't seen him at the gym since, so we're not really
It didn't work out so well.
Crazy. Okay, so now we know he's really
in town.
here.
He is here.
Yeah, and he has good taste in food. He has really good taste in food. Now, changing subjects to a more somber note, you know, today is a really important day. It's the holiest day in Judaism. It's called Yom Kippur, if you didn't know, and it actually began yesterday at sundown as Jewish people continue to celebrate the new year. And last night you got to eat a good meal, but it changes today. This is actually, you're seeing right now, the scene in Jerusalem where Jews are praying at the Wailing Wall near the Temple Mount. And that is, of course, the most sacred site of their faith.
Right. Yom Kippur is the Day of Atonement when a Jew examines his or her conscience. Yeah,
many of the faithful fast for 24 hours. Okay, so, you know, my mom is Jewish, you know, that's the other side of me. But the Italian side of me will probably have pasta tonight for dinner because I'm just not good at the fasting.
So will you do 12-hour fasting?
No, I mean, I called my family last night. They were all together, you know, and my dad and my brother-in-law, they are as Italian gets. And my mom and my grandma were, you know, they were making soup and doing the whole, you know, the delicious Jewish dinner. But I said, are you guys going to fast tomorrow? And they said, Nikki, come on. We can still honor and respect the holiday without totally depriving ourselves. So, you know, we appreciate it. It is a day of atonement. It is a day that you really reflect on your own conscience and you think about the things that you want to atone for. And it's actually a really good cleansing day, you know. And if you're a Catholic, you can relate to the fact that it would be like going to confession, but you don't really have to confess anything. You can just deal with it on your own. Okay, so now that's what today is all about as far as religious holidays go. But as far as fun days go, it is day 3 of our top 5 Face of Fox finalists countdown.
That's right, and in just a few minutes, Michael Newman will be joining us here in the kitchen.
Yes, and then he'll join me later in our second half hour for his very first live interview with the guest.
Yes, good stuff going here.
I really want us to get that as we get to the countdowns. I have to say, I say it every day, but for those of you who have missed the last couple days, please recognize when you watch our Face of Fox finalists that they have no preparation time as far as what their subject will be, what the hot topics are, or what their interview is going to be. It is all on the cuff, so we wish them tons of luck.
That's right, and of course we're going to be talking with him just a little bit, and we'll announce our Face of Fox finalist winners on October 5th, right here on New Mexico Style.
Yes, but now let's check in with KRQE News 13 anchor Matt Mauro, who has this morning's headlines. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Good morning to you, Nikki and Kristen, and good morning to you at home. We start out with Bernalillo County. It's getting more sheriff's deputies this morning. Last night, the county commission gave Sheriff Dan Houston the okay to hire another 15 deputies Sheriff originally asked for 20 extra deputies. This was back in June, but then the council gave him just 5. Now the politics of the council have changed, and there are more Republicans and Democrats, so now the sheriff is going to be able to hire a total of 20 new deputies. And how to deal with all the inmates at the Metro County Detention Center here in Albuquerque will be the main topic tonight at the Bernalillo County Public Safety Advisory Board meeting that is open to the public. It'll be at the Alice and Bruce King Education Complex. That's in the northeast part of Albuquerque, and that starts at 6 o'clock. Two popular horse trainers here in New Mexico won't be at the track anytime soon because they're accused of illegally doping horses. Investigators say John Bassett gave a horse demorphine, which is a powerful narcotic, so now he has been suspended for 10 years, has to pay a $10,000 fine, and give up all the money he's won racing. And investigators say Carl Draper gave a horse something that is called ractopamine. It's a growth hormone, so now he is suspended for 10 months and has to pay a $6,000 fine. Now, remember this summer, a Larry Barker investigation on News 13 exposed a number of trainers who were illegally doping horses. We hear more of them should be disciplined later this week. Well, the plant in Portales involved in a massive peanut butter recall is shut down this morning so it can be cleaned. You've probably heard it's all about 75 types of peanut, almond, and cashew butters that are all getting recalled because they could be contaminated with salmonella. 29 people in 18 states have gotten sick so far because they ate Trader Joe's Creamy Valencia peanut butter with sea salt that is made at Sunland Inc. in Portales. Now workers are swabbing every machine, roaster, and conveyor belt looking for salmonella. It'll take about a week to find out if there is any contamination at the plant. And good news with this, no one here in New Mexico has gotten sick. And it's a virus that could put New Mexico's chili crop in limbo, and that means you could pay more for your favorite red and green. Right now, farmers estimate that they could lose 25% of their crop because of something called verticillium wilt. It keeps plants from absorbing water and nutrients. Farmers say the fungicide can help with the virus, but that is expensive and it really doesn't do all that much to control it. Well, we have new information this morning regarding the salsa competition that left one salsa maker left out, as he claims. We told you yesterday how Matt Erdman here entered his blonde salsa in the fair's competition this year for the state fair. He told us his jar of salsa was never opened and therefore never tasted. Well, we finally heard back from the state fair folks yesterday. They said that Matt's jar was not open because it was too full, and that means it's against the rules. So Erdman disagrees, and he says he's going to try again next year. That's all your news for this morning. Remember to catch all of your headlines on News 13 every weekday morning. That starts at 4:30. Now, Kristen and Nikki will send it back to you.
Thanks, Matt. Okay, well, you know it's Wednesday, and Wednesday's always a good day here.
That's right. It's time for the Hollywood Buzz.
And TMZ correspondent Casey Carver joins us from Los Angeles. Good morning, Casey.
Good morning.
It's been a crazy week in LA with the Emmys, so many celebrities in town, so many scandals, and so many things to talk about. But what we really want to get to first is the fact that TMZ reported that Albuquerque native turned Beverly Hills housewife Adrienne Maloof and her husband Paul Nassif are divorcing. And apparently this is war. So what has TMZ learned about the story?
This is getting nasty, and I think it may only get nastier. Adrienne had a court order against Paul prohibiting him from seeing the kids. She claimed that he was hitting them, pushing them, things like that. Well, Child Protective Services actually reviewed the court order and saying that it's unfounded, that it's absolutely not true, that Paul is allowed to see the kids. He's actually going to court today. He's going to file for joint custody, though, of the kids because he feels like that the kids need a mom and a dad. And they, yes, they are fighting and they are having their own problems, but the kids don't need to be drawn into this. They don't need to be, you know, prohibited from seeing him or her. They should have 50-50 on this.
Okay. Well, you know, I wonder if when you see these housewives and they're married, it's so much about their life as a housewife. You got to wonder once they separate, you know, is it the ex-housewives of Beverly Hills? They need to do the spin-off show or something?
Right.
I mean, I'm game for the spin-off.
I mean, they get...
Yeah, we saw it with Camille, right? I mean, with her breaking up with Kelsey on the show. So it does happen.
Yeah, and that was nasty, but you know,
it was bad too.
She's back on the show. She's got a new boyfriend, so she's just an in-between housewife, I guess.
There you go. Exactly.
You know,
well said,
a dating housewife.
Well, more on reality TV a little bit here. Dancing with the Stars contestant Pam Anderson went home last night, but apparently before she got the boot, she actually had some unusual requests. Can you tell us what's going on behind the scenes there?
She did. There's a couple people with, very unusual. They will only have this or that, and Pam is one of them.
Oh, boy.
And for her trailer, she requested coconut water only, and it had to be bottled, and it had to be this Beyond brand of water.
Okay.
Thing is, it's almost impossible to find in the States. It's out in Australia. It's really hard to find here.
Diva.
Kirstie Alley is another one as well.
What was
she
hers?
will not eat any of the food that's being brought in
on
the set. So she only wants her diet food that she eats in her trailer. We talked to a rep for Kirstie, and she's saying, well, she's lost 100 pounds, which is absolutely amazing. And she wants to stick to the diet, so that's why she is not allowed any outside food.
Well, actually, I'm for Kirstie on that. You know, she has some trouble with her weight, and it's good for her for losing all that weight. You know what? And if that's what she has to do to keep it off, then I say good for her.
I have to agree with that, Kristen. Yeah, I think in that
it's
case,
great discipline.
Yeah, it is good. I think having to dance with Max all season is also good discipline to make sure you want to get your booty in shape. Because hey, I would want to look good for Max too. But
right, he is the hottest one on the show.
Yeah, I gotta wonder though, because here's the thing: nobody has a better body than Pamela Anderson. We know that. And I love coconut. I love coconut milk. I like coconut cream. I like coconut anything. But coconut is fattening, so I'm surprised that she's requesting coconut water because I would imagine it has some calories.
It does have, I think it's only like 95. It's not a whole lot, but it's got a lot of potassium. Apparently it's like eating 2 bananas, so it's good recovery and rehydration after long days of dancing.
Okay. There you go. You learn something new every day. Okay, now we got to go into the sports mode a little bit because this is really the hottest topic across the nation from everybody. The Seattle Seahawks Green Bay Packer game is not over yet because some say that the bad call during Monday's game will affect the playoffs, and some players are even threatening to sit out the upcoming games until the NFL makes a call, so to speak, to bring back the permanent ref. So what does TMZ know about the situation as it stands?
Well, we know that the Green Bay mayor actually wrote a letter to the football commissioners saying, you've got to bring these refs back. You're ruining the game. You're ruining, Green Bay's chances at going to the Super Bowl because these refs are not qualified. They're having these bad calls. There's disputes. They want their refs back, the ones that know what they're doing. They, can call the game, and they trust that what they call is what actually really happens.
Well, and Green Bay is so important, too. Basically, that's the town, is the team, and that's where all their money comes in. And so I think that's why the mayor is kind of getting involved. It's like, hey, you're hurting our economy here by having these refs, ref the games that don't know what they're really doing,
So true. So true. Yeah, it means everything to them.
Very, very true.
Yeah, I have to agree with you.
Right, yeah, people are all shareholders in the team, the town, so it is very, very important that, that they keep it going. You're right, because if not, then people are going to stop going, and then you start losing money, and the team goes downhill, and then Super Bowl's here, and they're not there.
Right around the corner. Well, as always, great information, informative and entertaining all at once. Thanks, Casey.
And
thank you, guys.
And of course, you can catch TMZ right here on Two Casa Fox Monday through Friday at 5:30.
I love TMZ. I just love it.
So good to catch up on that.
And I also
Hollywood news.
Yeah, and I also love having a new fresh face on the set with us today. Top 5 Face of Fox finalist Michael Newman joins us in the kitchen.
Thank you, ladies. It's a pleasure to be with you. I'm so excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Our first male finalist of the week so far.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
And I'm surrounded by beautiful ladies. I can't complain.
He really wants this job.
No, exactly. But no, as of yesterday, I've been in Albuquerque, New Mexico for a month. I just moved here from Orlando, Florida. I'm enchanted by this place. It's just something about it. It calls me. I've been spiritually and physically drawn here, and I'm just so excited to be here with you guys, and it's just such a great opportunity.
Well, you can see your excitement about being here. It comes right on through.
It does, and even though you've only been here a month, you have been here before, so you do have some experience knowing the area, and you also, I've noticed on Facebook, you have a lot of friends already in town.
Yeah, it's been crazy because I have friends that have lived here, so I've kind of been back and forth, traveled to Taos, Santa Fe. I want to go to Jemez. That's my next destination.
Good to know.
Yeah, just going all the different places and experiencing what true New Mexico is like. And I've always been called here because of the native culture and the beautiful, vibrant colors and the beautiful sunsets. It's just it's too much.
Well, we appreciate your passion for the job and for the state, and we're looking forward to get to know you better. And we really want you to kind of join in on the hot topics with us today. Just jump on in. Are you ready? This is one of our favorites. You came on a good day, right?
Yes.
It is time for You Gotta Be Kidding Me.
Uh-oh.
That's what we call it. You got to be kidding me. We even have a graphic for it. I mean, this is serious stuff.
And you even got a few coughs from me.
Even a few coughs from Kristen. No, seriously. Now, this is a crazy story, so listen up, guys. Right. The new school year is underway. We all know that. Right. And kindergarteners are learning their numbers and their letters, and they're prepping for their ACTs.
Yep, ACTs.
Yes.
National push to make public schools more rigorous and hold teachers more accountable has led to an expansion of testing in kindergarten, and that includes a test to determine whether 5-year-olds are on track to succeed in college and set career goals.
You want to say it with me? You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. Listen, I wanted to be a superhero when I was small, not a doctor or a teacher. You know, like, how would you know that going into kindergarten? How would you know that?
I know. I mean, I know something needs to be done. I mean, obviously, the education system is
right.
really not in the best of ways right now, and
right.
and so, but I don't know that that's going to help anything out. I mean,
yeah, I think that's taking it a little far. It's putting a lot of pressure on the young ones, I think.
Study pre-calculus after playing in the jungle gym, and then like
pre-calc jungle gym.
I never know how stressful it is taking those exams. You don't need to be thinking about that in kindergarten.
Let the kids be kids, right? Yeah. Well, here's another one that actually may shock parents. Ready for this one? New York City Department of Education is passing out the morning after pill to the schoolgirls.
Right.
It's I know, we both had the same.
This is crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's part of the city's pregnancy prevention program, and apparently there are 7,000 teenage pregnancies in the city of New York.
Wow.
So now girls as young as 14 are able to get the Plan B emergency contraception pill without parental consent.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
Too soon?
Yeah. You know, we're a little advanced. I'm not gonna lie. I know we learn fast. You know, in New York, you learn on the streets. You learn. I mean, you can't avoid a lot of the things that come across your, come your way. But that said, you have to really, you have to just wonder if by putting these kind of things in their face, is it giving them almost like the right?
Well, there's already that controversy too about handing out birth control to kids that age. But then when it comes to something like that, I mean,
it's a bit of a stretch.
That could get. I just feel like that could get abused, and because that's not supposed to be birth control either. I mean, it just opens up a whole new can of worms.
It's retroactive instead of, or reactive as opposed to proactive, which is maybe enabling them to, pursue a kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, it enables them a little bit. I don't know. Well, I guess we all agree on that, and I guess we can all say, you got to be kidding me. Okay, now we're going to move on to a topic that I love to talk about.
Okay.
Drama. Okay, daytime drama, The Young and the Restless, is celebrating, get this, its 10,000th episode this week. It's huge. It's huge.
It's been around for a while. Yeah, YNR, which airs on our sister station KRQE, has been the #1 rated daytime drama for more than 23 years. And Nikki, of course, a lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people know this. I know a lot of my friends and family knew this from back home time they saw you.
Funny.
You had a recurring role on The Young and the Restless. Tell us about your character.
I played Cynthia. I actually had a name. That's a big deal in the soap world, let me tell you. I didn't do that many episodes, but I did enough that that some people who are diehard fans didn't know who I was. I worked at the mailroom at Jabot. I had a little crush on Nicholas Newman, and I was friendly with Grace. Now, I was friends with the original Grace because Grace was recast, as the soap stars often are. They become interchangeable somehow, but I thought she was the most fabulous Grace. And she had a plan to break up Sharon and Nick, and there was a letter when she was out in Copenhagen. There was this letter, this mysterious letter, and I found the letter because I worked in the mailroom. It was pretty wild. And, it's fun. When you work on a soap opera, you do, it's like any kind of acting job. You do several takes of everything, and I'll never forget. I had to do, I always talk about this, but I had to do the dramatic soap head turn. I had to do this thing.
Infamous.
That thing, and I had to take it 16 times.
That's awesome.
You got it down pat.
You had the hair for it too. It's just
Thank you.
Yeah, it's perfect.
The swoop. Yeah, and then they had to close up my hand grabbing the letter 60 times in that one scene. So that was my experience, but great people on the show. In fact, lots of great actors.
I know parents that their grandparents have watched Young and the Restless. It's crazy. My grandmother was watching it when my mom was a child. It's so crazy.
Why do you think my name is Nikki? My mom was a fan. Seriously, I'm
really?
Nicole. I'm really Nicole, but my mom called me Nikki because she was so obsessed with Young and the Restless, and that was my first job in LA, so she was really proud.
You know what? I got named after, I think it was Dallas, the soap?
From Dallas?
Not Dallas. Is that the name of it? Dallas?
Yes,
Dallas.
Yeah, of course.
Crystal? but they
That's
wanted
Dynasty.
Dynasty.
They get them all confused, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, Dynasty, I guess. Well, instead of Crystal, they made it Kristen.
Ah.
But that was the inspiration.
I love
Dynasty.
Crystal.
Look
That's
at
Linda
you.
Evans. See? Pretty cool, huh? So that's the
There you
story.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, so actor Joshua Morrow, who
Yeah.
plays Nick Newman, and Sharon Case, who plays Sharon Newman, Abbott Newman.
Yeah, that's her name.
Well, Newman. Okay, wow, that's crazy. Will
so
appear
clever.
on The Talk today to preview the Landmark episode.
Yeah, we're excited. That episode is actually going to air tomorrow, and then surprises will await the characters as they gather for the funeral of presumed dead billionaire Victor Newman, portrayed by Eric Braeden. So yeah, that really is her name.
Yeah, and my last
Newman,
name's Newman.
well,
And I was like,
Oh, your last name is
Newman.
Newman. Oh my gosh, that's right. It just hit me.
Yes.
But you're not Newman,
No.
because you haven't been like
Married to
or,
another Newman.
Yeah.
Or, I
And
don't
if
know
you
how
were,
it-
you're the guy. It wouldn't matter anyway.
Yeah, so you're good. Well, maybe
Truly.
in the soap world, you never know. They might be changing the guys' names pretty
You
soon. It gets
never
so
know.
confusing.
You need to watch an episode of Dynasty.
I know.
Oh my God.
Is that still air? Like,
No, but go on YouTube.
Yeah,
It's such a good.
all right, I'll check it out.
Talk about drama. Oh my gosh. Too much to handle.
right.
Well, it's pretty dramatic, this weather, because we're going from sun to clouds to rain to
Yeah,
hot to cold. Like
it's
it's
kind of
everything.
unsettled right now. A
Yeah.
little unsettled, and that's how it's going to be today. A little bit cooler for us today too. So it'll be nice to be outside this afternoon.